Hey guys, how you doing? I'm going to try and keep this a bit brief, as brief as I possibly can, because I don't want to impact on your day far too much. So, just a little bit of a video, regarding a charity endeavour that I'm taking part in this coming Sunday and the following Sunday, the Brighton and London Marathons. I'm running 2 marathons in one week, for the charity Whizz Kidz, which I'll tell you about in a second. So it's going to be a nightmare. I'm looking forward to it in a strange way, but this was great for a fantastic cause, so yeah, I'm all for it. Like I said, the Brighton Marathon's this Sunday, and the London Marathon's the following Sunday. I'm trying to raise £1,600. The amount, I'm a quarter of the way there. I won't bore you too much of it, but the charity sort of fundraising hasn't gone as well as I hoped, purely because I haven't been able to put in place the things that I wanted to put in place. Purely because I lost my job 6 months ago, 2 weeks after gaining place with the charity. I've only just started getting another job, which I start on Monday, which is the day after the Brighton Marathon. It's in the emergency services, which is where I worked before. But having been out of work for 6 months, I'm quite embarrassed by it and a bit gutted about it, that I haven't been able to sort of put forward as much as I wanted to, put much energy and enthusiasm into the charity stuff as I wanted to, just purely because, you know, with no job, I wasn't sure I'd be able to take part in the marathons full stop, because it's just affected everything. I've got no income and the bills to pay, and I won't bore you with it, but it's just been a horrible 6 months for me. The plus side of the 6 months is, you know, the training's been fantastic. I've trained for 14 weeks now. I won't say I'm in the best shape of my life, because I've been fitter, but I've kind of let myself go the last few years, and sort of pushed the sort of 19 stone barrier. I've dropped 2 stone now in training, and I want to lose another 2 stone this year at some point, hopefully, as well. So I'm putting my body on the line for a great cause, a very deserving cause, and you know, if you guys can donate anything, absolutely anything, I'll be forever grateful, and it'll be eternally gratefully received, I promise you. I'll put the link down below and all the information about the charity. I'll talk about the charity in a second as well. But yeah, just donate anything you can. For those of you who have sponsored me so far, you know, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. I know times are tough. Like I said, I've been unemployed for 6 months, so I know I can appreciate that times are tough. And you know, but anything you can afford, absolutely anything you can afford, or you know, it would be great. I know there's a lot of charity places at the moment. A lot of people asking for charity for different things, and you know, you make your choice. That's absolutely fine. But hopefully, you after looking at this video, you'll be able to donate something. Any lint in your pocket, anything you've got, will be eternally, you know, gratefully received. Just a very quick background on me. As you said, I know I've been out of work for 6 months, but I'm back into work on Monday, so forget that. That's it. I'm looking in the future now. I'm trying to be positive. But this year's been all about turning my life around. I'm losing weight. I've lost a couple of stone. Training for the marathons. I want to beat my best time of 5 hours. I've ran 2 marathons before in 2004 and 2010. The 2010 one I did in just over 6 hours, but training was abysmal because I just started a new job then as well in the emergency services. So I did about 4 hours in training, but I got around 6 hours, so I was pleased about that. But it was horrible. The first time I did it was in 2004. I did it in just over 5 hours. I'm lighter than I am now, but a bit more. But I don't know. I think I'm probably maybe slightly in better shape because I put more training in. At the time, I didn't put a lot of training into it. I did more than I did in 2010, but still not enough. And this time around, I followed a strict 14-week training plan. So we'll see what happens with that. As I say, I want to beat my best time of 5 hours, which I gained in 2004. So we'll see how we go. So I'm not a fit guy by any stretch of imagination, in most look-wise and physical-wise. So it's been, you know, very hard work, but I've been trying to be positive and go full throttle with it, even though I've been trying to look for work as well, because obviously I wasn't sure if I could take part in the marathons, but you know, if I did, I just didn't want to suddenly get myself in a possible shape within a week to run 2 marathons. Obviously the marathons demand respect, having run them before, so I wanted to be able to sort of do it the best I possibly can. So yeah, I'm not a fit guy by any stretch of imagination, but life's getting good for me. New job, new start, and the marathons as well, and I wanted to be able to do what I can now to raise money for the charity that I originally set out for. Just to talk about the charity, I'm just going to sit back because I'm getting uncomfortable. I'm doing it for the charity Whizz Kidz. A lot of people have asked me why I'm doing it for charity Whizz Kidz. There's no one set reason for that charity. Great cause, fantastic charity. I decided to run from last year. When I've done the marathon before, I raised it for cancer charities and heart charities that were sort of close to the family. A lot of people sort of said to me, "Oh, are you running Whizz Kidz because of a disability in your family?" No, I don't have any disabled children. I don't have any children, but I don't have any disability related in my family at the moment. But that's not the reason why I'm running it. The reason why I'm running for Whizz Kidz is I have a young niece and nephew. You might be able to see them up there. There's my niece. There's my nephew. Probably can't see the angle. My nephew's 7 today. Happy birthday, Bradley. And my niece is 3 at the end of the month. They're very active children. They're very, very active children. Chloe, my niece, she in the house here. She ran around the house in circles for about 20 minutes. She doesn't watch TV, or she watches a little bit of TV, but she decides to just run around everywhere. 20 minutes she was running around yesterday, backwards and forwards, ran in circles, non-stop. Yeah, I'm not kidding. So she could do the marathon herself. But it dawned on me last year how sort of fortunate they are to be able to do that. People that are disabled or have a disability try and, it's possible to lead normal lives, but not always able to do so. So I'm very grateful that Bradley and Chloe, my niece and nephew, are able to do that. Very, very, I honestly am. And having worked in the emergency services, whenever we went to children, it's horrible going to any disability or any children with any disability or any adults with disabilities or illnesses. But children was one of those things that, maybe because having a niece and nephew, I haven't got children of my own, but having a niece and nephew, it's one of those things that sort of impacted on me a little bit more than others. I don't know why. So when I was sort of thinking, I wanted to run a marathon, do something nice, do this challenge. It's something I've never done before. I've never run Brighton. I've certainly never done 2 marathons in a week. What charity would I run for? And it's just looking at my niece and nephew, and thinking about it. Children came to the forefront again because of my work in emergency services. I was thinking I want to do something for children, and because my children are so active, and so unfortunately so, and don't suffer with any disability or anything like that. I looked through children's charities, and Whizz Kidz came to mind. I thought, all the charities are great. There's no such thing as a bad charity in my book, but Whizz Kidz seemed to be a charity that I thought, I just felt, looking at my niece and nephew, thought, that's the one that I want to run for, because they, my niece and nephew are so fortunate to be able to live normal lives, and I want to be able to do something to help children, disabled children, live the same sort of life as a non-disabled child. So Whizz Kidz was a charity I chose for. Fantastic charity to run for. If you're thinking of running an event for them, recommend. The support is fantastic. Training second to none. Again, like I said, I'm able to still go full throttle on my fundraising efforts, and I'm able to go full throttle on the services they provide. They've done training days and stuff like that, and I've just not taken advantage of stuff. So it's my own fault. But in the future, I know you're going to go, oh my God, I've got to get this one out of the way first. I know that, but I'd like to do something for them in the future again, where I take full advantage of the fundraising opportunities, and I take full advantage of the services and stuff that Whizz Kidz are providing for me as well as a runner. So I want to give something back to them. I want to first and foremost get something back to them by raising the £1,600 that I set out to do, but I want to be able to do something in the future to say thanks and really, because I feel bad about it. Like it's like a loose end I have to tie up, But that's for the future. First way we could make it up to Whizz Kidz by helping raise the money, and the only way you can do that is if you just go to the link down below here and sponsor me. Anything you can do. Whizz Kidz. What's to say about Whizz Kidz? So that's the reason why I decided to run for Whizz Kidz. A little bit of background about Whizz Kidz. There's 3 main facets, probably more, but the 3 main facets that I can see and what I've looked and done when I was researching the charity to run for, about the services they provide. First one is they do provide the actual wheelchairs and mobility equipment for patients. I keep saying patients, sorry, force of habit, for children, disabled children that need them. Obviously, the whole reason behind that is, like I just said, they want children with disabilities to have the same sort of life as a child with a non-disability. Providing them with the right mobility equipment is essential. I think the exact figure, there's over 70,000 children with no mobility equipment or very little mobility equipment, or not the right mobility equipment or wheelchairs to lead normal lives. Whizz Kidz, one of the most disturbing facts that I read was they found children as old as 9 being pushed around in children's buggies, like disabled children aged 9 being pushed around in buggies because their parents couldn't afford or didn't have the right equipment for their child with disability. So when you think about that, you think, how can a child being pushed around a buggy at 9 years old with a disability, be right for him or her in any way? They can't lead a normal life at all. So that was the most disturbing fact that touched upon me. I find it really disturbing and something that we need to do something about and try and change. Second thing they provide, Whizz Kidz, is the training for the wheelchairs and mobility equipment. They provide all the training and how to use wheelchairs and all that sort of stuff too. And thirdly, they do courses in life skills. So again, going back to that thing of disabled children having the same sort of life as a child with non-disability, they enable people to do that. One of the other things as well is they can, there's a lot of disabled children that find it hard to gain employment, to sort of teenagers and stuff like that who decide to work experience, that sort of thing, can't get it because of disability. They help with that as well. There's a fact that I can't bring to mind. What was the fact that I saw before? So disabled children, they're twice as likely as non-disabled children to get the right education and employment. Whizz Kidz are providing 100 work placements this year, so they're putting people into work for work experience, stuff like that, 100 people, 100 disabled children. So, think your fund's making a difference in that respect. All the stuff that we take for granted, work and education, Whizz Kidz can provide that for disabled children as well. Just a couple of facts about Whizz Kidz. I've just gone on my computer because I can't remember exact things. I've got memory like a sieve. Another disturbing fact that I saw, it takes on as an average, I think, disabled child, to raise a disabled child, that's it, sorry, disabled child, 3 times the amount as it would do to raise a non-disabled child. So those of you out there with a child with disabilities obviously know where I'm coming from with that fact, but also those of us who are very fortunate to have children that can lead normal lives, what you pay for groceries, etc., and to have if you had a disabled child, you're paying 3 times as that. So you can see why kids are getting pushed around in buggies, because parents and guardians can't do anything for their children without the help. So we need to help people like that who need the equipment. And the last fact that I saw is no, that's all right. No, I said that one. Just sort of made note of the fact about the children being pushed around age 9 in buggies, but that was on there. But I've already covered that. So, I mean, that's just just touching a little bit of what Whizz Kidz do. That's the main sort of bracket of it. What I'm going to do the next few days and also next week for London, I'm going to put some links to some videos on my YouTube site if I can do it. I'm going to try and work out how to do that or share it. And also my Facebook page about the difference, actual video footage of the difference that the charity's made to disabled children's lives. So, excuse me. So, you can see it firsthand as well. So, that'll be coming this week as well. I'm going to be going a bit more full throttle the next couple of days. I apologise if I spam you a little bit with charity stuff, but I'm really just trying to do my best to try and raise money for the charity and try and set out for the goal, get the goal that I set out for. So again, I really appreciate absolutely anything you can donate. If you just go to the link below and just please just sponsor me anything, absolutely anything. So I'm putting my body on the line for you guys. I am 2 marathons in a week. It's going to kill me. It will. So if you think you're a fan of pain or just want to see this ugly mug go through a lot of it, then please donate what you can. It'll be gratefully received, and I'm sure I will deliver on the pain and the tears that you wish to see. I'm going to try and video as much as I can. Hopefully, it won't catch me crying too much. But no, I want you to sort of know that it's going to be so hard for me. I'm not a fit person in any stretch of imagination. It's going to be very, very hard work to do. 1 marathon was hard enough. 2 in a week with work and everything else in between is going to be a challenge. So if you could donate absolutely anything to me, I'll be so gratefully received. It'll be so gratefully received, guys. I promise you. Just go to the link below. Just click on it and just sponsor what you can. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. I apologise. It's for a 15-minute video. Hopefully, you're not sleeping at this point, and you can click the button down below and donate. Thanks again for your time. I really, really appreciate it. You take care, everyone. Bye.